trying to understand what exactly is the beef between Bayou Bunny, which is kind of an oxymoron, and Nyla says.
Well, the beef is this, bruh. So evidently, at some point, she became friends with the Grinch.
Okay.
So during this process, I guess she's been able to figure out, a way where we scammed her by talking to Nyla Steele every day, being a friend all the way up until a couple days ago. Now, as far as this scam thing goes, I still don't know if she's saying we took money from her or what.
Yes, that's what she's saying.
So she actually saying she gave us the loan.
Yes.
Okay, she's lying. But she could all, I mean, if you got, okay, so let's do it like this. How did you transfer the money? We've never seen you. We don't know you. So if you gave us some money, you should have a Western Union receipt. You should have a MoneyGram receipt. You should have a post office money order transaction.
PayPal
You
receipt,
should have
or whatever.
you should have a Cash App screenshot. You should have something to show that some money changed hands. You know what I'm
And
saying?
here's how she's doing it. She
Hold,
said
hold on
because
though.
she
Hold on though.
okay.
I just listen. It was set up because I was going on a cross country trip. My fucking platform hadn't been monetized. I had 5 bands. I wanted 7. I'm going across the fucking country to another country. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't come out and tell the whole world what the fucking plan was. But now that I've done it already, let's just look back at it. On the way to here, I got to stay in different places. I'm doing content in different places, and I don't want to run out of money. So if you say you got this bread like that and you're willing to loan it to me, why the fuck wouldn't I take it? And I'm going on a trip and I know I'll pay you back. I know what I'm doing, and I literally just monetized another platform. So
But
as
wait a
another
minute, Taz, because before
oh
you go
god,
there, wait,
motherfucking damn
Taz,
it.
wait, because before you go there, because they're gonna want to know, well, why would she give y'all $1,000? Keep in mind, y'all, Nyla done paid this bitch's rent twice. That's why the offer was even on the table. Go ahead, Taz.
Wait a minute.
Say,
Nyla paid a rent?
Yes.
Wow.
but they friends, dog, from a
That's
while
why I'm
back.
saying, if you
They
friends,
they they
you
they
can do
friends
that.
from a while back. Ain't you know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers don't come on here talking about that type of shit. So the bottom line is this though. No money changed hands. Show that receipt. You can talk about the conversation that led up to what you didn't do because there was a conversation about her making a loan. There absolutely was. Why the fuck would I sit here and pretend like nigga I had 10 bands? No, nigga, I wanted 10 bands to make a cross country trip, staying in hotels, putting everything on the line, changing up the game. Like I done paid my rent up in Mexico. I know what I'm doing. I got everything lined up. But you know, I didn't take nothing from you, dog. Where just show the proof that we
I gotta go along
accepted
with Taz
something
on
from
that
you.
one. Unless
You know
you
what
can
I'm
show
saying?
evidence that money changed hands, I gotta go with Taz.
And
But
my
but
thing is like, if you friends, like my whole thing is with Bayou Bunny is like, because she said like, I don't have a dog in the fight, but I just, as far as I just don't like the way this shit went down because to me, Nyla, all of
but you
us
are
came from
but listen
Facebook.
though, Ren, listen. Understand this though. Even with the loan not happening, when the bitch fell off the map, because keep in mind, dog, I'm telling you some real shit. Understand that we had to recognize one day, well, damn, this bitch just ain't gonna say she ain't got it or she ain't gonna do it. See what I'm
She
saying? Like,
was
keep
on
in
that
mind, we
live.
left my nigga, we left
Okay.
that situation not knowing why she didn't just say, I ain't got it, I ain't gonna do it, I don't trust y'all. We don't know how that ended. We just let it go. And when she started popping up on our shit, we just, hey, what's up, Value? Hey, what's up, my nigga? Fuck, because what the fuck we gonna hold a grudge for about the bread? And in ours, we here, we good. That was just we just had to adjust the fucking plan since you didn't do it. You know what I mean? But it didn't stop us from doing what we was doing. We just suggested we was doing. There's no beef on you not doing it. So why are you mad that you didn't do it?
And why is this playing out publicly? Because my whole problem with Bayou Bunny is, why did you do this? Why did you do this? Like, I just see Grinch all over this. That's all it is to me. Because if you think about it, if people just look at what happened, it doesn't make sense. She can't tell. She's not naming one thing that Nyla did to her, and to try to say, "Oh, she doxed me." She didn't. Where's the doxing at? That's the other thing that was claimed in the video. She claimed that Nyla doxed her. Her whole name hasn't been put nowhere. Her first name was on something that they asked to be shared. But like hell, my first name is floating around on here, and she knows it wasn't intentional. She said it wasn't. So I'm just trying to figure out, and y'all know how I am. The link is available if Taz wants to be bothered. But I just think this shit is unnecessary, and I just felt like this is Grinch and she's being used.
Well, let's just look at it for what it is. So this side of the fence, the other side, the ones who said pick a side, we do recall that, right?
Yep.
They said pick a side. Now keep in mind, this was my wife's friend from pre-YouTube. When they said pick a side, do we realize that she stayed on that side?
Why would she say that you beat your granddaughter?
This is just the simple part of it, though, dog. You're not listening, because we can't even get to that until you understand the simple part of it. Okay. They said pick a side. She stayed there. Do you understand the dynamics there? So we're watching this play out from her staying there. They said pick a side. She said she's indifferent. Okay, but as they're saying pick a side, why would we trust you claiming you're indifferent when they've already forced other people's hand? They kicked Cerulean out for quote unquote being indifferent. What would make us think you're indifferent? So people already been looking at her sideways, just because when it was pick a side, she acted like she didn't have to, but kept saying, my nigga, the Grinch. Oh, you mean your nigga, the Grinch, the one who went on a platform and said, take his channel down? Don't donate him no money? How is the Grinch your nigga, but trying to bring my shit down, and we knew you pre-YouTube?
Right.
That's your, but look, that's your nigga, the Grinch. We still ain't called this bitch out. This ain't nothing I'm telling you that you can't remember. Recall it for yourself. We ain't never
it would be like
you
me
got
over
to
there.
pick no sides. We ain't never told her she even running around saying my nigga the Grinch after he bragged about getting my channel taken down, after publicly disparaging all of us that she already knew. Didn't nobody say shit to her for flip-flopping. But since we're talking about it, let's talk about it now.
Okay. I just want to shout out our stalwart for the super chat. I appreciate it. He said he guess he just got scammed. You're damn right you did, because you know if you support a channel, you getting scammed, because y'all don't have enough sense to know what y'all want to do yet with your money and who you want to give it to. Y'all just too dumb to know better. You know, that shit's ridiculous. All the patrons, everybody's super chats, everybody's cash apps, they're all scams. Like, these people are ridiculous. But you notice how it's never a scam when they're getting donations and support. But anyway, that is a good point. I didn't even know Bayou Bunny on Facebook. And like, for me, like, Nyla and her have been friends probably almost as long as we have. To come over here and say, oh, well, she chose them over me. When you get into doing content, people are busy. Like, you have to reach out. It's childish. It's high schoolish. And if I had it, just imagine, can you imagine me being over there hanging out with the Grinch and Angry Man, talking about my nigga, the Grinch, my nigga, Angry Man, and they over there talking about taking your channels down? You might not say anything to me, but you ain't finna be fucking with me like that either. Am I wrong? It just is what it is.
Well, when you start to saying I beat Nyla and I beat the baby, though, my nigga.
Yeah, that was too much.
But wait, that goes to show a bigger issue here. You're actually working now. You got a battery in your back, because now The fuck the part of it that's
Okay,
just the outright lying about the money part of it. Let's talk about now how you'll say some shit like that publicly about your quote unquote friend. And then you'll go the next step and not just talk about the baby, but now you'll put the baby's picture on the screen naked.
she did.
This is yeah, she did that shit last night.
Oh my god.
This shit is acceptable here in Black YouTube, though. They look at this shit like it's, well, y'all beefing, I'm gonna stay out of that.
Now, see, I didn't know that last night. But this bitch put the baby picture on there.
Listen, what the bitch thinks she can do is try to make B1 look bad because we have family members that have went outside the race. But those are our family members, dog.
Not only that, but y'all have disclosed that information already. I'm aware of that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
So I'm not. So I fail to see what the disclosure would prove in light of those facts. You've already disclosed it.
What it is it's an attempt to try to bring down our platforms in any way you can, garnering attention to yourself based on your proximity to us, though. You know what I'm saying? You got a little name now because people know you through us and they know you know us. So people like Suge, who have been trying to use anybody to talk about us, he'll use you. People like Grinch, who try to use people, he'll use you. They'll all use you. They'll all sit there and clap and say, go about you, Bunny, expose them. But what are you exposing? The only thing you had to show, my nigga, you had to show no emails, no text messages, no nothing. All you had to show was the motherfucking Cash App, the motherfucking PayPal, the motherfucking Western Union. Had you shown that, we wouldn't even be having the conversation. People would know we got you out some bread. But you don't have that because no bread changed hands. You're lying. There's never been a transaction with us financially. And to sit there and play with it on that level where you know this man actually went on a fucking public platform and said, don't donate to his platform. Dog, that's fucked up. You not only are you lying on me, but then you also running with the motherfucker who wanted to bring my platform down. It's hard.
And all you done is show that you're an untrustworthy, lying bitch. That's what you shown everybody.
Yeah, she put the motherfucking baby pictures up there. So to me, she debunking herself. You're not this upstanding person of morals, because as bad as I wanted to put these pictures up of your daughter, I can't even do it, dog. But you forget when people have a relationship, they share these type of things. You know what I'm saying? Her and my wife got a relationship. They've been sharing shit for years. Why would we put her children's picture on the motherfucking internet, dog? Like even though she did that shit, when you look at what Suge has done all this time, why would we go that next step if we ain't never put his child up there? We'll let these motherfuckers expose their own hands, dog. We don't benefit from putting people's children on the screen. That's you who trying to be seen. We don't need to be seen like that. That's too far for me.
If we could have kept it at just the back and forth between the women, when you start putting the kids up, I got limit. Like that's a fucking limit. Like you don't went too fucking far.
Yeah, it should be limits, but you know,
it went too far when she sat up there and lied and said that you beat that baby and that you beat Nyla. Bitch, where's the proof? Like, it's great to see. Maybe we ought to just get a channel and just start making up shit about these people's lives, since it's okay to just make shit up. That's wrong. Bayou Bunny, right, you are wrong, and you
but you're not getting it though, man. I don't align myself with that type of behavior. So don't even suggest silly shit like that, because that's dumb shit that you sit back, look at.
You know, I ain't gonna do that.
This is no. But I'm saying don't even suggest it, because what I'm saying is there's a clear separation in who's who. This is what you're doing. I never do that.
I don't even have time to do that dumb shit.
Well, listen.
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead. No, I was just saying, because I think some of the details are like kind of missing here. Like, number one, this one, I didn't help this woman for years. I've never, ever required or gotten anything from her. What the problem is she heard me talking about property taxes and all this kind of stuff before we got ready to leave, right? And she was privy to a conversation in the back chat where people were like, look, they were hearing about the stuff that was going on with Suge and all that kind of stuff, so they knew that we were moving. And so somebody wanted to make a sizable donation to help us get off or whatever. And she, well, I believe, was trying to compete as far as seeing like she was a better friend or the better person or whatever, and maybe was trying to match that person's energy or something like that. And because nobody went to her and said, hey, can you do this for me or anything like that. So when she initially was like, okay, I want to do this, but I want to do it this way because it's gonna help my credit score if I do it this way or something like that. I was like, well, if that's what you want to do or whatever. And then I said, well, you know what, we'll go ahead and we'll pay you for it though. We'll pay. I don't, because at first she wanted to just do it. So I was like, we'll pay you for that. We're not gonna have you just like do something like that. So, we talked about it or whatever. And to be honest, we like molded over for a little while, didn't even like accept it, but we knew that we were going to travel with this amount of cash. We knew that our residuals come in at certain times or whatever, like our investment accounts and shit like that. So we was like, well, it would be, cool to have the extra cash or whatever. So no problem. And then here's the thing. It was only going to be for like maybe like a month. The duration, it was gonna be for like a month. And it was because she offered. It was gonna be for a month. That's it. So, it didn't happen and we didn't care. And nobody said anything about it. That's the thing. We didn't say you did us wrong or you flaked or you faked or whatever. Nobody said anything like that. Nobody said nothing like that. But what people aren't getting, it because they're viewing this from the internet, is this is somebody that I've taken care of. This is somebody that I've actually, that's been on the receiving end for me, period. This is somebody that we had a relationship with for a long time, albeit I had never met her in person, but I had taken care of her. I had, been there for her financially, emotionally, all that kind of. We had an actual relationship. So this is something that could have went on, like, was not supposed to be in the public eye anyway. People can't tell me this ain't like real life. It's like when everybody was like bitching about um the bill or whatever with Obsidian, like real life don't happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just ain't
Daz, I
supposed
hear
to
your
be
noise.
on the it just ain't supposed to be on the world stage. So why she flipped out and got angry, I mean, if you listen to what she's saying, it plays out. She feels like I chose JV and all of these other people over her because I wouldn't side with her when she went and attacked them for no reason. She gets in these modes, and I never wanted to do this, but like she does have a drug problem. And for 2 months, from what I understand from her sister, um, it's just gotten worse. They have not messed with her in 2 months. In 2 months because of her drugs. So she's just started acting funny. She started getting with the Grinch. She started moving funny. I never asked her anything about the Grinch. I never admonished her about that, but I did back up because I didn't think that that was cool. And the ironic thing is, she attacked JV and other people that were friends of mine because in her mind, Suge knew that we were moving because of them. She didn't realize that we had publicly stated it. She didn't realize that. So she attacked them because she said, well, Suge said that you were moving. How does he know this information and all of this shit? So I'm like, that's because he listens to every live. They study everything that we do. And but she was suspecting people on Patreon. She was suspecting the people that were in the back chat. So she attacked them because she felt like they had affiliations with Suge. Number one, because one of the persons that was a mod on my channel was in Suge's chat box. So she went off on me and everybody because somebody was a mod. I was sick. I was in a fucking ER when she was doing this. So I was like, I don't have time for this right now. I don't have time for this. I gotta go. So while I'm getting registered and stuff, I call her back. I call her, I was like, what's going on? Why are you snapping on everybody? She was like, I just don't trust these bitches. You trust these bitches. She does this a lot. So I'm like, okay, whatever. It was a misunderstanding. I can see why you're suspicious of people. But you can't just cuss people out and not expect them to, you know, feel some type of way. So after that, she just was on this. JV hates me. This person hates me. Everybody, Gab hates me. Everybody became her enemy. If y'all remember, she started attacking multiple people in the chat box. And the thing is, y'all don't have a history of her, but I do. I know she has some issues, right? But she had like been working on them and doing very well for the last, I want to say, year or so. But here's the pattern. She latches on to people that are on social media. Princella Clark, she did the same thing to Princella Clark. Princella she's still a YouTuber, but she was more popular on Facebook. Princella, she went to meet her personally because she, liked her commentary or whatever. And Princella kind of rejected, being cool with her. And she was like, she's acting funny about me. And I traveled down here and I cooked for her and I introduced her to my baby. You know what I'm saying? She was like upset because, Princella kind of rejected her. And I get it because she do come off kind of weird sometimes. So then it was
When she
people in
said
China.
Gab came for her, I think most people got right then. When she
Well,
said
the thing
Gab
is that, well, I show in the messages the reason, and that's the thing. She just starts like, I don't know if it's a hallucination, but she literally went through the chat box and decided that a moment in time when he was talking, he specifically had to be talking about her because he said the words, "Some people have a problem with everyone." Now, mind you, she's reading the chat box while watching the thing. If you look at the screenshot, Olivia is talking. Olivia, it was the day that Obsidian was on there, and she did have a problem with everybody. So in my mind, I know who he was talking about. But Gab don't just pick on people. He
no,
don't.
he
So
don't.
she was like, I'm coming for JB and I'm coming for Gab. Then just like last week, she's texting me talking about JB is talking about her. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then that's the thing. Y'all saw that lie in that message. She blamed that shit on Carib. Carib came up on the platform to say, no, that's not true. That's not what happened. So she was not only lying on other people, but saying that people were talking about her. The video that JB was talking about, JB named the people she was talking about. So I even told her, as I showed on the screen yesterday, JB is trying to build the brand. She's not, that's not what she's doing. This is 5 o'clock in the morning. We're having this conversation. She wakes up with this. And I'm like, you tripping? People are just carrying bones and stuff like that. I was like, this is the problem with content creators. People pull us off of our content to address and do stupid shit like this. I said, and it's like, that's the problem with Black YouTube. That's why I'm sick of it. Her response is that what you think of your subscribers? And I'm like, what? We're talking about people starting mess. You said somebody called you at 5 in the morning. Now you called me at 5 in the morning, talking about people talking about you. So then it just keeps spiraling. It just like
Yeah.
she keeps saying this person's talking about this person's talking about. She said on her platform and said I was making videos about her. We're making response videos to her. Y'all know I haven't made no videos about this woman. I ain't made no response. I ain't entertained. I fucking ignored her because I already knew prior, and this can be verified through JV, through Cass, and a couple other people. I had already said is something wrong. Y'all got to look over her. She's got some issues. She will snap back. I said that because I knew something. She admitted it to me that she had started kind of messing with stuff like about it back in May. And I was always trying to talk this bitch off of a ledge. I did not do nothing to this woman, but when she started with Grinch, and like if we said something bad about the Grinch, it was like she would always come in with a cape and a protecting because in her mind, that dude she believes he really likes her. He believes that they're in some sort of relationship and stuff. They be pillow talking. He tells her all his business when he's drunk. She shares all of that information. So that gives her the false sense of intimacy. She looked at me, JV, and other people that I associated as on the outside. As she was saying, she told me in the messages, I don't feel comfortable around y'all. But the bottom line is, y'all, I want you to really think about what she did and what she said, because she sat on that platform and said, Nyla got dope content. She's a good content creator. She's going to blow up, but not if I can help it. I want to bring her platform down. This is envy. This is straight up envy. And then I've sat up here and talked to y'all. I didn't say who it was, but I told y'all about a family member that married outside. They got divorced, but they married outside. I did not attend the wedding. I did not allow them, I did not speak to them for a year. They showed up at my
Sure
house
did.
for a family dinner, showed up to my house for a family dinner. I opened the door and asked, where the fuck is this bitch going? Because she can't come in here. That was my motherfucking son. Okay. And y'all can judge me and say I'm fucked up for that. Taz is the one that told me I need to drop that shit. I am serious about how I feel. My entire family was looking crazy at him about that. Okay. And the only
Yeah, you remember we
reason,
had to talk about that.
Rand talked to me about this. This is what I said. The only way I will have anything to do, and y'all can say I'm fucked up, I don't give a fuck, because y'all talk about me any goddamn way. The only way I will have anything to do with that baby, the only way she will be in my presence, like for real, is if she is raised by us. Because I'm not sharing no kids with no crackers. That has always been my stance.
Yeah, that's what you
This
said.
child got
We
written
had
out
some
of.
back and forth.
He got
Didn't
written
we
out.
have
He
some
got
back and
written
forth
out of.
about that, Nyla?
Yes, we did. This child, y'all told me I was wrong for taking him out the will. My dad did it. Everybody had put him in a position like was like, you stepped outside the family. That is a standard in my family. That race mixing is bullshit. We don't like it. And here's the thing: she ain't really like. I believe, everybody. Most people would say that she's mixed. She's white for us, but most people would honestly say that she's mixed. But for us, she's a white bitch. And that's how it's always been treated. And I've told that story several times. I've told you I got mixed people in my family very close to me that I would kill y'all over. That's who the fuck I was talking about. But she knew
Well,
this. She also
but
knew
I was
that
gonna
I
say,
just,
but that's not been a secret though. Like
yeah.
I said, like I mean, I say all the time, my nieces and nephews are mixed, and that takes the conversation off the table for me as far as how I feel about mixed people. Like you can't do that with me. I'm trying to have a conversation. This is a fucking media platform. We supposed to be talking. If you want to know if I love some mixed people, yes, I do. I most absolutely do. I don't care about their fucking moms. You know what I'm saying? That's irrelevant. That wasn't my choice, but that's my family. They share my last name. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't change none of that, nor do I intend or want to. But to stagnate conversations, you have to focus on shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why when the woman came to my platform, when I was going in on dude, I'm going in on him for what he did, for what he said he wanted to happen to me, for all this negative shit he doing. I'm clapping back at him. And what did she come in my chat and say? Well, why are you using the word mulatto? She came and tried to check me for talking shit about him using the word mulatto. And so I didn't even go in on this bitch. Her being a friend of my wife, I took it down a notch. I said, all right, my bad, my nigga. I know your daughter mixed. My fault. I wasn't talking about your daughter. I took the conversation that I know I'm talking about this man. I know she low key trying to fuck this nigga. But to not do it publicly, I didn't air the bitch out then. See, that's what I'm saying. When they say emotional, when they say the GOAT is emotional, they obviously don't know. I could have aired the bitch out that day like, bitch, you only here trying to defend that fuck nigga. But see, then we would have been having this conversation 2 months ago and not today, right? If I'd have did that. I'm not the messy one. I could have, man, like anybody who remember that shit, that bitch came and tried to check me for using the word mulatto. And I just took it because that was my wife friend. You know, I let the gynocracy control me.
There were several incidents where I thought Bayou Bunny was doing too much, but I didn't say shit because, you over here. You got to be one protection. But, like, she was doing too much.
If
You
another
fight.
motherfucker, whoever that is, talking about I'm mixed, get rid of them. Because we all know that I'm not mixed.
Nyla, do your profiles have riches? Because I know you
Did
got a
I?
new pro. Because I'm
Yeah,
driving.
I'm on my regular, and Alpha Omega, you'll be judging the afterlife for this. Bitch, why is Alpha Omega even here?
Judging the afterlife for what actions? I mean, because I mean, the point now has to be made, since I mean you opened all that up. Now the point has to be made that when it came time for my peoples to have a shot at having his daughter himself and getting a chance to raise her, and he had to be at fucking work every day, somebody had to step in and say, all right, I got you, my nigga. Okay, that was us. See, we
Right.
do this family shit for real. She wasn't just there for the fuck of it. She was there so when he actually does secure custody and we can walk away from that, it's she is being raised by that black family. See, we made sure that we did our part in that, babysitting for free. As I worked my ass off every day and she began her YouTube career, who did you hear in the background every day? That baby, because we were doing our part to make sure this family gets to the next step. This is family.
Right.
And people shouldn't even have to talk about their family publicly, but since you want to fucking know, that's why you heard that baby every day, because we were doing our part as family to make sure our family ain't have to go pay some motherfuckers to watch a baby that we can help you with. We're in a position to help you, nigga. We gonna help you.
Exactly. And it goes even further than that. These conversations, the reason why we get heated in them, because motherfuckers be talking. Okay. My son was fighting for not only a divorce, but 100% custody of his child. My son is a black man. He got all of that. Okay.
All of it.
All of it. We supported him. That shit was
All of it.
expensive as fuck. Okay.
100% custody.
100%
Black
custody he
man.
has. Black man of his child. Okay. And he has her every fucking day. Y'all heard me with that baby from morning, noon, and night. Why? Because that is what family does. Because my son had to bust his ass to work and do rounds and rounds, sometimes only being off for a few hours a week to
But you
make
know,
sure.
you know what, though, babe? We were supposed to come on here and stunt with it and say, look at what we're doing for our family. This is what we doing. We're showing our work. This is, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to show it to everybody and make sure everybody sees it in order for it to be respected as that. You know what I'm saying? People don't just respect your boundaries. You know what I'm saying? So they wanted that to be content.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Like, I didn't raise my kids. What do these quote unquote black mothers do when they have adult kids and grandchildren? It's not my responsibility. But am I finna go on YouTube saying, yeah, you bitches are fucked up, I'm raising my grandbaby, I'm doing this? No, that was my business and I was supposed to take care of it. And that's what happened. But y'all are so fucking fixated and obsessed with what we do and take little drips and drops of what people say and do. And on top of that, while we're trying to pay for attorneys, trying to make sure that my son's straight with his baby, Taz is working around the clock. I'm taking care of this baby. All this is not a fucking basically Taz provided for that fucking baby. Because do you know how expensive a divorce attorney is in Illinois? And on top of that, y'all want to talk that shit about the shit that have men go through in the system. We had that baby for what, 7-8 months fucking straight, and my son was still paying that bitch child support just to keep her mouth shut while he did this shit legally. So if we got to pay for attorneys, who you think was buying diapers, buying milk, buying special groceries for this baby? That was Taz. That was me getting up. Y'all heard me. If I came on a live stream at 7 o'clock in the morning, you heard the baby. If you heard me at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you heard the baby. If you heard me, why do y'all think my content slowed down at one point where I stopped making videos as much? Because I could not record because the baby was there. Do you really think, mother, that's y'all fucking business? Is that y'all fucking business? Why the fuck do I have to explain to a bunch of people that don't support me, don't do nothing, don't do shit, but talk shit about me, that I'm taking care of my fucking family? Just like the shit with Taz. Oh, it was fine that I had a husband that was providing and taking for until you find out it was Taz. You bitches is nosy and hate. And on top of that, this bitch that's doing this, that's saying that Taz beat me and all this kind of stuff. This is the same bitch that said, I wish I had a man like Taz. She told me this several times, and I remember telling her, you will not get one with that type of behavior.
See, this is the reason why I say black. This is the reason I see people get on this obsidian. How could you say what you say about the community? So this is the reason why I say black folk don't give a fuck about the community. This is the reason why. You could take a one. I mean, Ray Charles could see it. We don't give a shit.
I'm inclined to believe you. I'm inclined to believe you. I believe you, Obsidian. I believe you. And have I not been saying that I believe you lately?
Yeah. I mean, we don't care about it. Because if we did, we would act differently, man. We would act differently. We don't care about. I'm talking about black women and black men both. We don't care about the youth. We don't care about the community. And that's the reason why I mock it. Everything I do is a mockery of the very things that black folk claim to care about. We don't give a shit about black news. And this idea with reparations, I'm going to be talking about this at 10 o'clock, shameless plug, over on my live show on Mixlr, mixlr.com. I'm going to make the case we don't really give a shit, because if we did, we would be talking about real economic wealth building. I can guarantee you right now, with almost 250 live people watching, we can count on one hand the number that has a subscription to the Wall Street Journal, Barron's, The Economist, Financial Times, Business Insider. I can count on one hand how many out of over 250 watching that has a subscription to any of them. I do have subscriptions to them. So that's one Negro out of over 250. We don't care about this stuff. We don't care about news. We care about nigga shit, which is the reason why on my podcast, on my channel, I'm going to be putting in a new series. You heard the BFFN.
But see, nigga shit
Black
is the
Female
community
Fuckery
top.
Network. Now I'm going to put in place
You can't double talk.
a new feature called Issues from the Negro Id. Because that's what it is. These are issues from the Negro mind, the deep recesses of the Negro.